Listen to what I'm saying, family. I seen it at work. I seen them. I sat in an Asian restaurant ordering food once, and I saw it for myself. I saw how attentive the Asian server was to the white couple compared to me and another Asian couple. Man, she was bending all over back, and they wasn't doing nothing special. And they wasn't nobody. It's just regular people. Yeah. Now that I think of it, I've even seen black people go overboard for other Asian people. Not Asian, but white people. Yeah, I've seen them, man. I've seen them like really go overboard. And then when it comes to their own people, they're just all regular, they don't have, the customer service just vanishes. Yeah, the good customer service is gone. In any event, fam, this boycott was at first just a concept. But when this guy right here hopped on the internet and started talking really reckless and daring black people to boycott Asian businesses, it turned all the way up. The threat became a reality. Hence, the boycott is in full effect right now as we speak. Black people all over this country are boycotting Asian-owned businesses. Now, I think that could be highly effective, but you can't just do it for a couple of days, and you can't just do it and wait on people to apologize. Because if all it takes is a few people to apologize, a few days to go by, even a few weeks or even a few months, and then what happens is it's just back to business as usual. All of the Asian community would be like, well, they'll be back. Just give it a little time. Right about now, one should be walking through the door. Right about now. That's how that goes. Right about now, we'll have one walking through the door. Now, here's the thing, fam. After black people decided that they were going to boycott the Asian businesses, Asian people started talking about boycotting black businesses. Now that to me was hilarious as hell, because Asian people ain't never supported black businesses. I've never seen an Asian person at a black restaurant. Like, let me back up. I'm lying. I've seen a few. Let me back up. I gotta call the striker, the ball. I've seen a few.
What's up, y'all? Mike Ski from CT in his house. Hey, so Asians are gonna threatening to boycott black-owned businesses. Good for you. I assure you, you all will lose a lot more money than we will. A lot more. So do what it is you got to do, and good luck to you. Mike Ski, CT.
Asians don't support black businesses. Asians only support Asian businesses. Because of this Asian boycott, I've been hearing these talking points a lot. Some black people are saying, if you want to stop this Asian boycott, start supporting black businesses. I personally support black businesses. I go eat at some of their restaurants, and I watch a lot of sports, and I go to concerts, and most of them support black people. Maybe this is a personal thing, but I don't support it because it's black. Just as much as I don't support Asian businesses because it's Asian. I'm Korean. I need kimchi. Do black people sell kimchi? No. A lot of black businesses are niche. Like whenever I shop, I never thought of, I'm supporting an Asian business. Yeah, if I shop there, I inevitably support an Asian business, but I don't go there to support an Asian business. Nor do I go to Costco to support a white business or Walmart to support a white business. But if you want to support a business because of its ethnicity, that's great. But I do think it's unfair that you want to impose that on other people. If you want to sell it to Latin, Asian, white, then sell a good product that everybody needs.
The worst thing that Asian fella did was to make a threat against the black communities. A $1.6 trillion industry, especially in black communities alone, where most of the Asian stores, nail shops, beauty supply stores are highly dependent upon the black dollar. So if you take away that, those stores will run out of business within 3 weeks. That's where it starts. And then it's going to go up to where the supply chain is, where they're getting the goods from. That's going to be highly affected. But in order for this to be a good effect on the black Americans, we must build our own manufacturing shops right here in America. Right here. Bye.
And so what if black people are boycotting Asian businesses? If that's what it takes to wake our community up.
Gia, you are very critical of Asians, and when you talk this way about our people, all you're doing is creating division. I've seen your videos about the Cyrus Rickshaw situation. I don't disagree with your stance there. It was a tragic loss of life. There is anti-blackness within our community. I just don't think you need to imply that we deserve to be boycotted. Like, yeah, go ahead. Wake our community up. Who are you referring to exactly? Maybe you should clear that up. You are telling the black community it is okay to generalize all of us, and the ones who are speaking out against it right now, I'm watching them get bullied by their own peers, and I can only imagine that you are partially responsible. Because hey look, an Asian said it was okay. Do you know that woman?
If you come to New York, yo, you gotta order 4 chicken wings with pork fried rice.
This woman, all she's doing is telling the world how good this Asian restaurant is. And look at these comments. This is ridiculous. Like, since when are we the boot? Us, Asians in this country? The boot. Does this woman who made the chicken wings, does she need a wake-up call?
We're calling all of the Asian takeout places, replacing a big ass, fat ass.
Now, I don't want to be a hypocrite and generalize the black community. I know these cases are outliers, and most black people want this boycott so that they can circulate their money back into their own community, as they should. And I'm seeing stuff like this on my FYP too. Clearly, a lot of black people are wanting to support their own people, which is good, but clearly there are some who are doing things for revenge. And I can't help but feel like people like you enable that. Now, yes, it's more the black community's responsibility to address these people than it is ours, but my point is, you are not helping. This guy is a complete dunce and does not speak for me, yet I honestly feel like you validate his existence. You give his words power. You guys have similar energy, actually.
Please do.
So what?
I'm really wondering where you're coming from deep down. Do you really think that we are so much more capable than black people of taking economic hits, that you can just throw all Asian businesses under the bus like this? So I don't know where you grew up, but I grew up in New York, and a lot of Asians in New York do not grow up financially privileged, whether they're East Asian, South Asian, Southeast Asian. Do you think those people are anti-black and need to wake up? I honestly feel like they don't have the time to be anti-anybody. They're trying to just make it.
I saw a video on TikTok.
Oh, I think you're the first one to come up and say that.
The black and Asian communities, we are running through a lot of the same hurdles, but the way you talk about us, honestly, it sounds like you have the Asian version of white guilt. And I hate to use that term, but we gotta call it something. And I'll be honest, that video of yours about Jeffrey's Island and how they viewed Asians as more desirable than blacks, the one that you deleted without addressing any of the black creators that called you out, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with you. I have a lot of respect for you and other Asian creators on this app. I think we all have a place here, more or less. But this time, I cannot sit idly by while you get on here and minimize our life experiences and our people. Anti-blackness does exist within our community. It's good that you call it out. But if you continue to talk without nuance and with such anger, all you're gonna do is set yourself up as quote unquote one of the good ones, which is such a divisive, harmful, and unnecessary thing to be. I hope you understand that.
Black folks boycotting Asian businesses isn't just about this one Cyrus and Rick Chow incident. Black people have been saying for years that they're tired of being treated like criminals when shopping at Asian businesses, even though FBI reports show that over 80% of anti-Asian crime is done by whites, not blacks. Black folks are tired of being negatively talked about in Asian languages, which I have witnessed as I speak Vietnamese. Black folks are tired of pouring black dollars into Asian businesses without Asian dollars being reciprocated back into black businesses. Black folks are tired of Asian businesses not hiring local black folks or pouring any resources back into the local black communities those Asian shops are in. Choosing to support black-owned businesses over Asian-owned ones isn't discrimination. It's a deliberate choice to invest in their own community. Discrimination would be actively denying people rights, services, or respect based on their race. They're not denying Asian people our rights to do business. They're just exercising their right to choose to do business where they feel respected and safe. The Asian businesses that have made an effort to contribute back to the social fabric of the black communities they're in and form real relationships with the people in those black communities will probably not suffer as much as the ones who have not made black folks feel safe or respected. I mean, ultimately, I would love for folks to discern where they put their dollars based on how they're treated instead of race. But I understand that many black folks are hurting from the current anti-black rhetoric coming from some Asian folks online post the Cyrus and Rick Chow verdict. Those racist Asian folks do not represent all of us.
Because I'm so sorry, like right now, obviously, like it's a big talk about this murder this Asian man did. He killed a 14-year-old boy, which is horrible. But in response to that, a lot of people are boycotting Asian businesses. And I kind of think that's a little crazy because it's one man's action affecting the whole Asian community. That's low-key a generalization. Also, a lot of these people are boycotting like nail businesses and some. Those people are Vietnamese, not even Chinese, okay? A lot of those people are lower income. They're not the model minority. They're from a third world country. And I'm saying that because I know someone who is literally kind of being affected by this because their family owns a nail tech business. And I just think it's a little crazy that it's so, I guess, fine to say this normalization and be like, boycott all Asian people because of this one Asian person.
Now, first, this is not just about the Rick Chow case. That was pretty much just the straw that broke the camel's back. For decades, black people have been dealing with disrespect from Asian-owned businesses in our communities while they continue to profit from the black dollar. Now, black people deciding they want to support black-owned businesses, that's not racism, that's just group economics. And other groups have been doing that for centuries. So why is it suddenly considered racist when black people want to spend more money in black-owned businesses? At the end of the day, spending money is a choice, and supporting black-owned businesses is not an attack on anyone else. And I keep hearing, like, how would black people feel if Asian people boycotted black businesses? Now, the Asian community has never really supported black businesses, so you can't really boycott something you've never supported in the first place. Now, if the black dollar mattered so much to the Asian community, then they should have respected black people when they had the chance. And this is exactly what we mean when we say fuck around and find out. Y'all just found out. Now, you've spent decades benefiting off of a community while showing such little respect for its people. Don't be shocked now when we decide to take our money somewhere else.
I love how serious all of you guys are taking the boycott of Asian businesses. I went to my local black-owned beauty supply store and they were busier than I've ever seen them. I also have a few friends that are nail techs and they're booked out past Juneteenth. Anyone trying to dissuade you from boycotting these businesses is either a rocket raccoon, a sellout, or a combination of the two. Don't listen to anything they're saying. They're just trying to dissuade you because the unification of our community is something that they fear. And honestly, with the way that this economy is going, having a little bit more discernment with where you put your dollar is going to be more important than ever. And remember, Juneteenth is coming up, so do a little bit of networking. Find out who does what. Everyone knows someone that's doing nails or hair, and it's important for you to know where to go if you're participating in these boycotts. And don't fall for the people that are feigning ignorance and trying to convince you that this boycott isn't necessary, because it is. It's no coincidence that Grant Park had a burning cross inside of it. The Natasha Doll trend isn't a coincidence either. You need to recognize the writing on the wall and keep you and your loved ones safe. Don't shop with people that think you're subhuman, and do what you can to spread awareness about locally black-owned businesses. Every single black-owned business I've seen come across my FYP, I make sure sure I smash that repost button. You guys be safe out there. And remember, I love you. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.
And to anybody else that want to join in, but to my black community, don't fuck with them Asians.
I've seen different videos of black Americans saying that the Asian community needs to make it right with the black community because of the 14-year-old black boy that was shot and killed by Mr. Choi, an Asian man, because his case was dismissed and he wasn't charged with murder. Now I have a question. How has the black community made it right with the Asian community when it comes to cases like Cordell Gooseby? Ring a bell? A black man who murdered an Asian woman, Aina Kwan, and her unborn baby. She was 8 months pregnant, and his case was dismissed. This was one out of the hundreds and thousands of Asian hate cases caused by black people. So if y'all really want to hold other communities accountable, then that same accountability applies to the black community. But we all know that the black community hates accountability.
Alright, real quick, to the Asian businesses that are getting upset because y'all decided to challenge black people to boycott y'all, did you really think that was gonna work out? No, I really think about it. We boycotted one of our very own. Y'all remember Daniel Caesar, right? No? Exactly. That man said, I do not want black people listening to my music. Black people was like, bet. One thing you do not want to challenge a black person to do is be petty, because we are some of the pettiest people, if not the pettiest people on the face of the earth. And what's even crazy, y'all set up Chinatown and all that other stuff near black neighborhoods because nobody else wanted to have y'all around. You know who accepted y'all with open arms? Black folks. You know the main ones going to your liquor stores, corner stores, restaurants, laundromats, hair stores, etc. Black people. But you don't want our business there? It's all good. We'll take our black business somewhere else. It's all good. Y'all got to unify and make Chinatown here and there. But now that black people have a little bit more power, a little bit more rights, how about we start Black Wall Street back up? Let's start Black Wall Street back up.
So what's this nonsense now that Asians are talking about boycotting black businesses? When have you ever been in our businesses? You don't even come the fuck in there. But like one creator said, y'all gonna try a boycott, bitch, we blacking y'all out. We gonna take y'all business out the sport. Boycott that. Fuck what you heard. Boycott our businesses. Y'all don't even patronize our businesses. Where's this shit coming from? Oh, I know. I forgot. Oh, bam. You mad because we say we gonna boycott because y'all won't call y'all people wrong when they wrong. Fuck you.
And another thing, I ain't never seen no Asian people at no black salon. I ain't never seen no Asian people at a soul food restaurant. I ain't never seen that. I ain't never seen no Asian person at the barbershop. I ain't never seen it. Nah, I know Asian people go to their own Asian people. They do. Asian people support each other. If they got a barbershop, the Asian people going to there to get their hair cut. They don't go to black places, salons to get their hair done. They go to each other. Like I said the other day, I never seen Asians in the nail shop unless they work there. That's funny.
Oh man, no man, I can't stop. Hey y'all, I can't stop watching that video, y'all. I can't stop watching that video. How they killed that 14-year-old boy, bro. That boy ain't do nothing wrong, man. I just seen the video. He ain't do nothing wrong. He showed them he ain't have a gun. He put down his backpack. He did everything that they asked. He emptied his pockets. He ain't do shit wrong, nigga. I swear to God, man. To my black community, bro. I swear to God, I'm so mad, G. I can't do shit. I'm so mad, bro. I ain't got nobody behind me. I can't do nothing, man. I'm so mad. It's like I'm by myself with this shit. Please listen to me, bro. To my black community, bro. And to the whites. And to anybody else that want to join in, but to my black community. Don't fuck with them Asians, bro. We taking our money back, bro. No, bro. No go. I'm telling you, ladies, listen to me, ladies. I know y'all gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna go to the best person who provides the best service. This ain't about that no more, man. Fuck them. You got Mexicans, you got Puerto Ricans, you got blacks who do the same shit. Stop going. Please make this viral. Stop fucking with them. We taking our dollar from them, bro. Please do that shit, man. I can't do this shit by myself, bro. I can't do this shit by myself, bro. Please, bro. Please, I'm begging y'all, man. Do something right. Do something right. Please do something right. Please, bro. Please. I'm just begging y'all, my people. Please. We gotta get this lick back. Don't give them no more of our money, man.
Since my last video, there has been a lot of pressure to follow up. I've been receiving messages upon messages. Some are positive, many are threats. What should I do? What should I say? You shouldn't do. And in that, I had to take a step back and think about what I need to do going forward. And I realized there is a large responsibility on what I would say, and I need to order my steps in my words correctly. And I prayed for guidance, and here I am now. With that, I've had a lot of conversation with people on the opposing sides, and one of them in which was the woman Monica. And I don't think that conversation is going to happen anymore, and here's why.
Of a boycott every single one of them. Boycott the hair, walk around with your bald ass head, don't eat the Chinese food, don't do any of that, okay? Because let me tell you, there is not enough black owned business for y'all trying to cancel every.
People who think like that, their mindset is set in stone and there's no changing it. There's no reasoning. There's not even given the facts because they're going to just shoot them down just to be right. And the funny part about it is that woman tries to say she's from the hood. She grew up in the hood. And that's the thing that we be talking about so much. Proximity to blackness does not give you the right to speak on black issues. Because the reason why is not that you're speaking from a place of love and care. You're speaking from a place of bias and hate. But see, it's funny how when black people say that we're just going to start focusing on us and trying to build up our communities, that translates into Asian hate. But see, it looks like you did that on your own.
Hey, look at this. Look. Hey.
Looks like you wrote a check that your ass can't cash. And then if you do try to cash it, it's gonna bounce. And that comes from speaking on things that you don't know or understand, but I'm gonna learn you today. See, the very nails that you guys claim to own. This is something that a lot of people don't understand that you all brought to the country and made a cheaper service. See, nails always and always have been luxury service for women. Even dating back to Egyptian times where they were seen as a wealth status and spiritual status. And the higher up you are spiritually, the longer, more elegant your nails are. See, what a lot of people in the Asian community won't tell you is back when Vietnam was at war, they came over here in mass amounts in droves. And there was no place for them to work because, you know, America, the racist place that was racist for everybody, didn't let them work. Can you imagine that? So what did the immigrants do? They came together and found out that they could do nails, and they put their skills together and they trained families upon families on ways to cater to the community and sell their nails. And in that, they created the fast shops, $25 nails. Because before Vietnamese immigrants came to the US, nails were considered a high-end luxury service, somewhere around $80. But they found a way to cut the middleman out and make it cheaper so they can service to the Americans at a faster, quicker rate. But you want to know something else? They still weren't making money because the women who were coming in getting the simple nail sets were only covering the basics. It was the Latinas and the black women who were getting the long, elegant nails that foot the bill. So in 1964, when the Civil Rights Act passed and more black women and colored women entered into the workforce, more of these quick pop-up shops popped up to cater to them to get their business. They also won't tell you that most of the loans that they receive to open businesses are specifically made to be opened in black neighborhoods. They also won't tell you that they really don't like you and they're trained on social skills and basic conversation skills. You know, the typical, hey, you have a boyfriend? Yeah, they're taught that. That's all a part of their psyche class that they get before they go and get the training to do nails. That even further solidifies the point that y'all really don't even fuck with us. It just came out because of the situation. But that's all good because we're done talking to other races about what they need to do for us. And we need to start talking to each other about what we need to do for each other. And in that, we have black businesses, the ones that they don't think about. We have black businesses, the ones that they laugh about. We have black businesses, the ones that they counted out. We just need to count each other in. It's this constant conversation all the time about black customers, black businesses. Black businesses are too expensive. Black customers are rude. We need to fix that. We need to fix it just with the people. The reason they're scared of a boycott is because they know the power of the black dollar. And I'm in no way inciting a boycott or a riot. What I am urging everybody to do is to drive the extra mile just for a sister. Drive the extra mile just for a brother if you know that their business is over there. And in that, I hope to usher in what I call the Black Reset. Listen, what else can we call it? Black Lives Matter was hijacked by All Lives Matter, right? They turned it into something it never was supposed to be. That was supposed to be something for us to show that, listen, we matter too. But see, here's the thing. Anytime we do something for self, it's always translated into hate for everybody else. Maybe if we just die this down a little bit, the Black Reset, it'll make more sense. See, we're just resetting how we deal with one another. We're resetting how we do business with one another. We're resetting how we communicate with one another. There's times where I see somebody, it's another sister or brother, they might have an attitude. I have to remember, this is my sister. I'm going to reset. Hey, I'm going to reset real quick. Let's start over. We owe that to one another. When you go into a business, if you see a customer coming to your business, acknowledge them. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for coming to my business. How can I help you? And customers, say hello, speak when you walk in. We have to change the energy in which we give each other. And once we raise our frequency, can't nobody touch us. My site is live. I want you to go grab a shirt, start the movement, the Black Reset. On my site, there are these window stickers as well. The Black Reset, reset, realign, rise. Because if you put this on your business, you put this on your window, this lets anybody know that this is about change. This is a reset. You come in here, you're going to get a smile from me. You're going to get top of the line business. And as a customer, you have this on, you're letting people know that you're coming about your business. You're coming to support a black business with respect. And if you're not a black business and you don't want to get boycotted, put this on your window too. I'm playing, but I'm not. But if you want to really show you an ally, put this on your storefront. If it's really not, if you don't want the boycott, if you understand what we're saying, you could be a part of the Black Reset too. Hashtag the Black Reset. This is going to start a new era for everybody. This is not a hate train. This is not a boycott train like everybody's trying to make it out to be. This is simply a call to action for black people to realize that we can do better. We just need to do it now. That's all it is. We have the businesses, but we need to build on top of what we already have and make it stronger. The foundation is already there. On this website, there will also be an option for you to have business training opportunities to better your customer service. This is not saying you're doing anything wrong. This is just looking at what's going right and how we can expand and do better, because there's always room for better. And accountability is going to be what gets us through this. I'm not trying to come at anybody's business, but there are some opportunities for changes. We need to do better. Our attitudes have been piss poor with one another. If we want change, if we want everybody else to treat us better, we need to do better. The Black Reset. I have a homeboy who's about this too, and he also has a website that he is building that is going to market every black business imaginable to toothpaste, toothbrushes, news outlets, clothing stores. It's going to be on there. Any news dealing with black people is going to be on this website, blackwallstreetmap.com. That's where you're going to go to find the latest and the greatest news on black people, black things, and black businesses. See, what they expected was a boycott. What they expected was a riot. What they expected is for us to be mad, having fake outrage for 2 weeks, and then go back to spending our money. I know I ain't been in Target in a minute, have you? The sad part about it is black people telling each other that we need to do better and we need to spend our money within our own communities should not translate to hate to other communities. And if you don't need us, you'll be quite all right, right?
People are calling the boycott of Asian businesses collective punishment. You know, I can see why they think that, but for me personally, I'm holding off on that assessment. You need to realize this is a very natural response, in my personal opinion, and it's very mild in the sense that I'm seeing people bring up collective punishment in the sense like, oh, people saw one thing and then they took it out through violence. They rioted through the streets and attacked their businesses. This is purely just a boycott. This is people choosing not to spend their money at certain businesses. All right. This is perfectly within legal limits. Okay. Another point I want to bring up is even without an organized boycott, people already made up their minds when they saw on the news that another kid has been killed by an Asian business owner. Let's say there is a restaurant franchise, one location accidentally food poisons their clientele and news spreads around, and people around the United States decide to avoid that franchise altogether. Is that collective punishment? I don't really think so. All right. I think collective punishment in this situation would be if people across the United States decides to burn down every single franchise they can find, despite that one specific location being the one at fault. I think you can just argue that this is poor marketing from Asian business owners. All right. The fact that there's already a record of Asian business owners killing Black kids, that's horrible marketing. Why would, just think about it for a moment. Do you think the Black community would have somewhat concerns shopping at Asian businesses, knowing that there's a record of Asian business owners killing Black kids? Think about that for a moment. I feel like, again, that's why I feel like this is a natural response. This is a natural response to a kid getting killed. People are going to call this pandering. They're going to call me performative, even call me a traitor. And I understand where they're coming from, but for something like this, I like to try to not have as much ego as possible, because just think about it like this. Let's say there is no boycott. Let's say people react as if nothing happened after this kid tragically died. What type of accountability would you see from the Asian community? What type of action would you see from the Asian community? And I think that is a brutal question, because I worry there won't be any accountability at all.
I love when the Black community says, let's boycott Asian businesses. Please do.
Here we
We'll get rid
go.
of the Chinese takeout, the dry cleaners, the laundromats. Let's get rid of the liquor stores as well. Get rid of the Jordans you guys wear, the Nikes you wear, the shower caps, the Hondas, the Hyundais, all your car electricians, the electronics in your house, the Sony, the TV system, your sound system, the microphones that you guys use to rap and speak about awareness for the Black culture and the hip hop culture. Where do you think that's made in? That's made all in Asia. And here's another thing for you guys. You guys want us to leave the neighborhood so bad? Oh, Asian people are in our neighborhoods? We're in white neighborhoods. We have our own Chinatown. We have our own Koreatown. You think we really need you guys to benefit off and make money? A lot of us do go to college as well. You're being outworked by immigrants who barely speak English. And you're not embarrassed? Go to the bank, start your own businesses, and deal with your own people. I want to see your own women get on their hands and knees and do pedicures and manicures and deal with nasty ass attitudes, okay?
This is crazy. Now, all of this is coming off of the non-guilty verdict from Rick Chow. At the end of the day, Rick Chow did need the Black community to set up shop here in the United States of America. He did need to come into our community in order to build an economic base for his family. We are talking about the ones that actually do come into our community and do usurp Black dollars, because it is absolutely happening. When Asian people first started migrating over here by the droves, they were not allowed into Black American neighborhoods. Into white American neighborhoods. Why do you think that when we look at, of course it's like fiction, but it had like some, realistic historical context. The movie Sinners, you saw the Asian people where the Black people were communing with Black people. It's because we were the ones that accepted you all when you started migrating here en masse. Now you feel like because you got a leg up that you are a model minority and you're above Black American people. And it is utterly disgusting to think, and stupid and diabolical to think that you are the only demographic of people that own manufacturing companies. There's manufacturing companies in the United States of America. There's manufacturing companies in India. There's manufacturing companies in Europe. There's manufacturing companies in goddamn Africa. Yes, we know that you guys do things cheaper for pennies on a dollar, but you're not the end all be all when it comes to getting products, goods and services. Your Chinese restaurant, he contradicted himself, because all of the things that he described were things that they set up in our neighborhoods to thrive and to make a way for themselves here in the United States of America. You all have been incentivized to come and set up shop in our community, we know. But without being able to do that initially, you would not have been able to even build as much as you've been able to in the United States of America. We don't need you to cook us cats and dogs at these Chinese restaurants. We actually need to stop shopping and eating there. We do not need you to do our nails and our toes. There are many Black nail techs that are actually way more talented than the Asian ones. And we do get, better service when we go to our own people. So you talking about, oh yes, please boycott. We don't use the dry cleaning. First of all, the first person that invented the dry cleaning was a Black man. So without that invention, you wouldn't even be able to have a dry cleaning business. Y'all come into our neighborhoods and set up shop and then get mad when we're literally simply just saying, treat us like a human being. Don't racially profile us. Don't kill our fucking kids when they come into the store because you are assuming that they're shoplifting. That made you go on this rampage because some people were saying, hey, maybe we do need to start boycotting. Absolutely. If you all acted like human fucking beings and stop thinking that treating Black people bad is going to get you closer proximity to whiteness, then we wouldn't have these issues. Y'all love to ignore the elephant in the room. We didn't just come out of the woodworks. Nobody comes out of the woodworks calling for a boycott of any particular group, race, ethnic group, or businesses. It stems from it's a reason behind it. Who wants to get followed around the store, but yet you still want my money? We're not talking about what y'all are doing in Asia and the manufacturing. That doesn't have any... Black people, Black Americans are not the only people that get cheap ass products and services from over in Asia. It is American, period. America first. And y'all don't look at us as American, which is so stupid as well. But whatever, that's a whole nother story for another day. But ultimately, you talking about some old boycott. No one's going to suffer if we boycott the people that are not doing us, that are doing us a disservice and racially profiling us. Those businesses are going to be the ones that lose. Those businesses are going to be the ones that tank. There are more of you in our communities than us in yours. So you talking about we got a Chinatown, we got a this, yeah, and it's like y'all pack like sardines on top of each other. The Chinatowns that I see here in the tri-state, there's no more room for you all to open up more businesses. But guess what? You talking about liquor stores. We don't need liquor stores all over the damn place. We don't need that MSG Chinese food. We don't need you to do our nails. We don't need beauty supply stores. These are not necessities. These are not things that's going to help us live. So come again. Oh, you know what? Don't even come at all. What y'all think about this? Spread love is the Brooklyn way. Like, come on, bro. Y'all wouldn't even been able to have the Hart-Celler Act if it wasn't for civil rights. This is what's making me mad, is that y'all refuse to give Black Americans credit or grace. Instead of acknowledging how you guys are anti-Black and racist, you would rather blame us and point the finger for having an adverse reaction or reactionary abuse because we're tired of the fucking abuse. Bye.
So I had some quick thoughts about the Asian boycott and everything that's going on right now tied to the Cyrus case. And when I sit here and think about it, I can't begrudge anyone for saying that they don't want to shop with Asian-owned businesses anymore, especially after the response that we've seen after the trial. It's damn near like droves of Asian people gloating that Rick Chow got away with the crime that he did. So it's like just seeing things like that and not many Asian people speaking up about the verdict. And if they speak up about the verdict, it's in support of what happened. I can understand why people are like, yo, I don't want to shop with these businesses anymore. It leaves a bad taste in your mouth. And look at a lot of the reaction. I can understand. But for me personally, what I've taken this time as is time to kind of do an internal audit of my spending habits. You know what I mean? So, for example, last month in May, I spent around $2,000, not counting bills and things of that nature. I spent $2,000. Only around $150 was spent with black-owned businesses. One was the club that I enjoy going to. Didn't pay a cover, but I went in and I spent around $60 to $80 total on drinks. The other one, I bought a hat for like $60. And then the last one, I think I got some food from a place. That's not enough. You know what I mean? Like, when I compare it to how much I spend with other businesses, it's not enough. I'm in New York City, so I don't have the excuse of saying like, oh, there's no black-owned businesses here. There's no black-owned restaurants or, beauty supply stores or XYZ. It exists here. So that's on me. I have to take the time to do the research and do these things to understand who I'm spending the money with. And with that audit, I can notice it affecting like my life personally, because it's like I've been doing work on my car recently, right? And I have to get my brakes changed. And beforehand, I wouldn't have even thought to do any research to see if there were any black-owned, mechanic shops, body shops around me. But now I've done that research and I figured out, oh shit, my family knows a dude that owns his own shop and he does great work and it's a great price and he works on German cars. So it's like, it's just one of those things that taking that extra time and doing that extra research, it's benefited me. You know what I mean? And this isn't even a situation where it's an Asian owned business. I would have ended up going to the Midas, and the Midas franchise close to me is owned by a white dude. So you know what I mean? It's like, for me personally, I've just treated it as an internal audit. And this month already, I've exceeded the amount that I've spent with black businesses, while I'm on track to spend less money overall this month. So it's like a win-win. I'm spending less money and a higher percentage of the money that I spend is with black-owned businesses. So, of course, if what you choose to do is boycott Asian-owned businesses, I'm not begrudging you, but even beyond that, I think the main point of everything that we're doing should be to support black-owned businesses, should be to shop with black-owned businesses. And a lot of times you'll realize it's more convenient, it's more cost-effective, and it's a better service experience. I'll just speak for myself because that's been my experience so far. So, give it a try, even if you're not one of the people that's on board with the boycott or whatever, give it a try, do some research, find out the black owned shops around you and where you could fit them in. You get what I'm saying? So, hey.
All right. So far it's come to my attention that Asians are now boycotting black businesses. For the longest period of time, we've been maltreated, we've been racially profiled, but right now it seems like Asians are taking it to another level. Now, I just think one thing that is going to happen to this boycott is going to backfire so bad on Asians. Let me explain. One thing we know for sure is that Asian businesses thrive in black communities. Asian businesses make the most amount of money in black communities. We know for a fact that Asians don't go to white communities to set up their businesses because blacks are the sole consumers of their products. But right now they are trying to fight against their customers. Now, let me make one thing clear. The boycott did not come as a result of the fact that blacks just wanted to boycott Asian businesses because they just wanted to. It started as a result of a couple of things. The main issue comes from the fact that many blacks have suffered under Asian hands. Okay, so it didn't just start from the Rick Charles case. It also came as a result of the fact that once you enter an Asian store and you're a black person, the way they look at you, the way they treat you, the Rick Charles case just aggravated the situation. Blacks started realizing that, oh, we're spending a lot of our dollars on Asian businesses. And now, that's what is getting interesting. Asians now are tending to boycott our own businesses. For a matter of fact, we do not really care. That's the point. We do not really care because, one, you guys are not our primary buyers. We sell to our own fellow black folks. But you guys sell to us. You guys make sure you sell to us. And guess what? Blacks, one thing I like about black Americans is this, right? Once they really want to do something as a community, they do it. Now, look at the number of black businesses that are booming. Blacks now go to black salons. Blacks now go to manicure, pedicure only in black businesses. oil products, wigs, the likes of the things you usually get from Asian businesses. Again, now that Asians are starting to boycott black businesses, we're truly going to find out who is going to pay the price. Who is going to pay the price? The black industry and the Asian industry, you can't compare it. Asians are not the consumers. Let's make that clear. They are not the consumers. And one thing I'm starting to realize is that not only are they boycotting black businesses, they are also trying to block the sources towards which these blacks can import stuff. Either they make it very hard by increasing the prices, or making it very hard for blacks to get these suppliers, right? This is not even something that is something of like because Asians want to boycott black businesses now. It's something that has been happening ever since the beginning of time, because they only want their suppliers to supply to themselves, right? That's exactly why blacks are also not happy, because when they try to source out products from suppliers from Asia, they struggle compared to these people. They make it really hard for them. In fact, they don't even want blacks to do such businesses. But guess what? Blacks are thriving, and as that woman said it, blacks have to realize that they are the ones making these people rich. We have to only enrich ourselves. We have to start making our own people rich, because they are never going to treat us like this. And let me tell you something, Asians. The truth is, you thinking that whites are going to support you, let me tell you the truth about it. Whites will not support you. Take those your businesses and go to white communities. Try to sell to them and see what happens. I can guarantee you for a fact that you will not make as much profit as you do for the black community. So for my black people out there, stay open, stay conscious. The truth is, we have to start supporting our own. We have to start creating our own, making the black dollar circulate among our own people. And guess what is going to happen? They will come begging. They will definitely come begging. Well, thank you for watching this video. If you love content like this, please do want to subscribe, give this video a like, and I will see you in another one. Bye bye.